Bobby Brown classic.
Jill,
Yes.
what year this came out?
88.
Question.
Yes.
I was a young tyke
Mm-hmm.
in the year of 88. We just spoke about Will Smith, the year 1988.
Mm-hmm.
Hip hop, they consider 88 to be like the golden year or something
88,
like that.
89. Was it 88 or 89?
I heard 88 a lot.
I think it was 88. Yeah.
I stand to be corrected. If I'm not mistaken, Bobby Brown came out at 88. I want to say Michael Jackson dropped Bad.
So here's the thing. The singles came out, like Don't Be Cruel came out in 88. The album dropped in 80. No, it did drop summer 88. You are right. Because it and New Edition dropped the same day. Bad did come out. Bad came out in 87.
87, okay. So I guess I'm just curious. How was 88 just musically? Because it seemed like hip hop was popping, R&B was popping, Michael Jackson, Bobby Brown, New Edition.
So I feel like 88 was a turning point in a lot of ways because, we had hip hop in pulses and pieces, right? But it was taking a hold, especially for the youth. Think about that. The year before that, we probably had Eric B. and Rakim that were out. 88 was on the cusp of, like, for me, I remember, for whatever reason, the summer of 89. But this has to be the buildup because albums obviously were worked a little bit longer. You think about Big Daddy Kane came out somewhere in that 88, 89 time period. Into 88, you got, now a lot of you guys probably aren't going to remember this artist, but he was big. Young MC, Bust a Move, USC graduate. That is around that time. I feel like Tone Loc, Wild Thing, was that 87, 88-ish, right around that time period. I feel like it was a good time, Boys in the Hood, feel like that was bubbling under NWA. So, Tone Loc, 88, yeah, that's what I thought. So was Rap City launching then? I think around there. Somewhere.
That might have been Yo MTV Raps.
I mean, that's what I meant. Okay. Yo MTV Raps. Rap City probably came about 89, 90, probably 90. Yep.
That early?
The first version of Rap City had a comedian named Chris Johnson. They used to call him the Mayor. And it was just on a set. It like had a blue backdrop, sometimes a little gate, and he would sit on a bench. And
I remember Les and Joe Claire.
That's
the
later.
Earliest I can remember.
Yeah, that was later. Before that, it was Chris Johnson, the Mayor, and it was because it launched shortly after Yo MTV Raps. It might have been shortly before. I can't, but they were around the same time period. Obviously, Yo MTV Raps got more love because MTV was in more homes via the cable system. But that was a good year. Now that I think about it, listen. Guy, we were busting out with the Guy album, Groove Me and stuff. So we were coming off of 87 was Keith Sweat with the I Want Her album. So we were coming into New Jack Swing territory. A lot of things were changing. That was a good year. That was a good time. Like, now that I think back on it.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Adam Milan in the chat. Happy Halloween to you too. Thank you. Had to take my gloves off because I couldn't move around on my computer. Check out my little Dalmatian in the building. We got that too. Chris Thomas. Okay, yeah, Chris Thomas. Isn't that what I said? I don't know. But his name was Chris. It was the Mayor, and definitely Rap City before Big Les and Joe Claire got on there. They were in the building.
I do know one thing. Oh, go ahead.
Honestly, it had to be before that because Kid and Play hosted an episode of Rap City, and it was one of the things that was utilized to say, we need to get these guys into something. They were doing impressions of, there used to be these commercials that used to come on back in the day for these compilation slow jam albums, and at the end of the commercial, like, cause it was like a small party with couples dancing, and one of the guys is like, hey, let me borrow this, and the guy goes, no, my brother, you've got to get your own. It's a very famous commercial. It was spoofed in a lot of things, and so that, I think it's a great year to start off one because I think that is when, one, you knew this genre is not going
Right,
anyplace.
right.
And two, they're starting to dig their feet in because we're starting to see a lot of superstars emerge. So
Absolutely. You
it's a
just
great year.
growing up, you just heard so much about the year 1988, but also do know one thing that was also popping in '88:
What's that?
back to back chips.
Ah, you know that's right. Shout out to the Detroit Pistons. I think we beat them. Okay. You know. Laker fans in the build.